how were you able to audition for Bad Boys? And I heard you only received $700.
I got less. I didn't even audition. I went in, I pissed Martin off because he was in town, he was in Miami, and he introduced me to his new fiance. And I was like, hey, how you doing? Oh, she fine. Yeah, she's fine. You got a prenup? Martin was mad. We get up and we walk in the
He
set.
swung on you?
No, he's like, man, why you do that in front of my girl and all my friends? Like, what you doing? Man, you know, you Sal, man, you gotta get a filter. And I was like, get a filter? Like,
you better get a prenup.
And he did, and he thanked me. So I get in, and he's mad at me. And I'm like, oh, sorry, man, but you know how I am, man. You know, she'll be okay, get a prenup. And I went upstairs, and Michael Bay had directed my Nike commercial.
Right.
I heard him yelling and screaming. And he asked me, was I SAG? And I was like, yeah, I SAG, you know, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I had literally was a part of SAG because I did commercials in Detroit with Chrysler, but I didn't know what that was.
Right.
So he gets me in, and then it's $476. And I don't even get it because it goes to my SAG dues.
Right.
But I was just happy to be in a movie. I had been prepared my whole life to be an actor.
That your first movie you were in?
First movie. But my whole life, I was preparing to be an actor.
Right.
I kept saying, my daughter, Taya, who's 19.
Why the hell you go to tech if you want to be an actor? Why not go
I wanted to be a
NYU?
doctor. I wanted to be a doctor.
Did you actually know what you wanted to be when you grew up? Which one of your personality? Okay, one personality wanted to be a doctor.
I wanted to be a doctor.
Okay.
And then I went into the hospital. But it was funny. One job Mark Price and I had one summer was to go and make sure that this cabin, that this huge cabin that this guy had was okay.
Right.
That was our job.
Right.
In other words,
Mhm.
go hang out for the weekend.
Right.
And he was a radiologist. And I go, what do you do? And he goes, x-rays and MRIs and we got radiology and all that different machine. How much you make? Oh, I make $2,000 an hour. This is 1984. So I automatically wanted to be
that's me.
Yeah, that's my job.
You got a house like this and you're not an athlete. Yeah, that's me.
That's exactly what I said. Like, I'm coming to your joint. So I wanted to do that, but then I went to Georgia Tech in business, and then I went into architecture at Georgia Tech. Then I got out of that, finished the business degree, and I'm constantly learning, bro. I was in Egypt for 11 days. I'm about to go to Belize for 11 days. I was in Costa Rica for 28 days.
I mean, when you these places, so what are you doing? Is there like a retreat? Are you like holistic? I mean, what are you finding who John Salley is?
Oh, it's a traveling. I see. I was going to do a joke.
I was going to say you traveling circus.
No, I literally go to find out truth. It's like, so I'm a certified health coach, vegan. I can prescribe or literally know what herbs work on certain parts of your body. I do yoga. I breathe. I understand things. I'm connected.
I hope you breathe in the
yeah, man.
hands out here. I don't know CPR.
Yeah, but I literally try to extend my life.
Mm-hmm.
That's, if you ask me what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to extend my life.
How long you want to live?
My mother lived to 96, and I just went to a funeral of a friend, Jackie, who lived to 98. My uncle just turned 94 a couple of weeks ago.
Why you want to live that long?
Just so I can outlive it.
You want to be brag? You want bragging rights? I live longer than him.
I live like it when I get back, and then when I get to the other side, they be like, "You stupid boy! We was over here chilling with all these girls." I don't know, man. I think I wanna. I love life, and I went to Sri Lanka. I told my daughter this in 2017. I was in St. Martin, and she and I were sitting on the patio, looking at this beautiful place, smoking a doobie of Deuces 22. And I said, you're never gonna see this again, because they said the hurricane was coming. I said, they don't realize, I said, this is gonna be really big. We on the last flight out of St. Martin before it destroys the place. And then she and I go to Sri Lanka, and we're there for 11 days, and I'm thinking, this is way better than when I was visiting India. Now you can't go to Sri Lanka. So life is fleeting, bro.
Right.
And I just I love it, and try to keep it going.
You lucky Martin didn't do you like Will Smith did Chris Rock when you talked about talking about getting the prenup. That'd been really bad.
I know.
That'd be really
I would. It's so funny when I watched you and you said you wish he would have hit you.
Yeah.
You would have responded.
Man, at what place, at what have you ever been? A black man can slap another black man and you just like, oh, and carry over.
I don't even want to answer that, but I feel Chris did the complete right thing.
Yeah, Chris did.
Chris did.
Not me.
And
I'm gonna do the wrong thing. I'm gonna whip his ass.
I know, but then, you know, he had on his good shoes. You missed one slip. Then you embarrass yourself.
But that probably, I mean, look, I get people go through a lot of things, and he probably got a lot of stuff on his mind and stuff like that. I get it. We all got stuff. We all got stuff that, you know, man, hey.
Shannon, if he would have hit you, you would have known. You would have been able to grab him and said, bruh.
Well, first of all, when you say here's the thing, Sally, you know.
Don't lean forward when somebody walking up on you.
No. If you making a joke and you see somebody get up and walk from a distance and they start, I'm already thought, okay.
He gonna hit me.
So now.
There's no other thing. He ain't gonna whisper in my ear.
Nah. But you let the man walk up on you.
We just
If
said
anybody
that.
walk up on you, I mean, you deserve
That's why
to get
Poole got a big eye right now. Poole, I don't know you, but Shannon is making me make those jokes.
You acted with Whoopi Goldberg. She got a movie coming out. Till, about the Emmett Till story. Kevin Hart, Sanaa Lathan. Who haven't you worked with that you would like to work with?
Shaquille.
Shaq.
I think it'd be funny.
Yeah.
I think us two big, tall people.
Right.
I did a movie called The Ultimate Christmas Present when I was a 7-foot elf, and I thought it was funny.
Right.
And I think because, you know, I just think it would be a funny thing. If it was one actor I could work with, it would be The Rock or Kevin Hart, because they get movies made.
Right.
And to the point where The Rock gets a movie, I think he got 4 movies a year for the next 5 years. Like, this cat gets movies made. When they say, hey, this is what we're gonna do, and they sign off, they make that movie.
Right.
So that's somebody I would love.
Is it in? I mean, do they have that kind of workload?
Yeah. Yeah, it's busy, but if that's what you want to do, like I've never ever had practice. Everybody was like, man, you went to practice? I never had practice.
Right.
I was gonna do that whether I was at practice or not. I was gonna play and try to dog somebody. So I love doing what I do. I've never had it.
You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and become an official member of Club Shay Shay, where we do something before two something.